we're back on the air here on GJRB Online, back on the Gary Russen program on our midweek freestyle edition, semi-freestyle edition of the Gary Russen program here on GJRB Online. And to keep in mind that this is going to be my final show for about a couple weeks. I'm going to take a little bit of a hiatus. I'm going to be working on the rest of my fall schedule and just kind of spacing it off a little bit. I'm going to do some program adjustments and stuff like that. So basically, this is going to be it for a while, but we'll have this podcast on the whole weekend. It's going to be available to you. And after that, it's going to go off next week sometime. But we're going to keep this show on way until our next edition. Now, I'm planning on sticking in a Gary Russen program somewhere in there between. I just right now don't have a slated date at this point. So I will be working on maybe sticking a Gary Russen program somewhere in between within the 2 weeks. But I've got 2 weeks to work on some more shows. I got to get all my programs lined up for the fall. And next Wednesday, which is September 7th, I'm going to be recording a new Best of Gary Russen program. Now, this has been long overdue because I had a Gary Russen, Best of the Gary Russen program already put together along with the tracks for it. And I just didn't get to record it because I had some other things going on. So I'll be able to do that next Wednesday. We'll be recording the Best of the Gary Russen program. Remember, that's a 1-hour podcast that will be uploaded next weekend on our GJRB YouTube, our GJRB Spreaker public site. Next weekend, I'll have another one for you. Okay, so I'll have that uploaded next weekend. The following weekend, on the 16th. It's going to be another edition on a Friday, on a Friday, the 16th. Of course, it is our freestyle edition, Freestyle Friday, and we're going to do way out there, the strange, the unusual, the things that go bump in the night. We're going to do it way out there here on GJRB. So that's coming up in a couple of weeks. We'll do that on the 16th. And in around there, you never know when there's going to be a Gary Russen program. I got a few planned. Podcast weekend, the 17th, we're just going to have another last 7 days. We'll have a couple of those put up as podcasts. And one I'm working on right now for YouTube, the one for August 10th. I have to finish that one. I already put up the first part. The second part needs to be uploaded, and I'll be working on that for next week. And you'll hear the whole rest of it. And it'll be available on YouTube channel for as long as you want it. Okay? Just to let you know about that. And I'll give you all the program schedule and what's going on and everything coming up. And then toward the end of the month, probably be, I'm looking at... probably the 14th, maybe the following week. I try to do it toward the end of the month, though. But my wife and I, the last week of the month, I'm taking that week off because it'll be our anniversary. So I want to squeeze it in there. So I'm thinking the 21st will not be on the air, but I'll be recording the new GJRB schedule update podcast with the fall programming schedule. I'll have that recorded for you, and I'll have it up and on the GJRB podcast weekend on the 24th, along with a live airing, long overdue Radioland. We haven't had that on, so we'll have Radioland on that weekend. It's going to be a big, busy weekend, so I'm hoping that the that would be way out. Be the Way Out There show on the 16th, but the following week, the 23rd, we're going to have Bluegrass Jubilee, where this is a makeup month, and that was canceled last month. Bluegrass Jubilee got canceled, so we're going to making it up on the 23rd. And then on the last week of the month, just going to take that week off. Then into October starts our new schedule. So Bluegrass Jubilee and the return of Gary J's Blues House will be in the fall schedule. Okay, so just to let you know how that's going to be. All right. I'll give you those. I'll give you the repeat of that schedule and a little later on here on the Gary Russen program. Okay, just to inform you on that. But meanwhile, we are doing the Gary Russen program here on GJRB Online. So I'm glad you could be aboard with me today. I'm having a good time doing this show today and talking about stuff. So we're going to do a scroll through social media coming up. That's where we go through Facebook, Twitter, Google+, and find stuff to talk about on the Gary Russen program. And along with that, long overdue celeb birthdays, long overdue weather on the fives. We got that coming up in about 7 minutes. We'll take another break, and at past 4:30, we're going to do a non-stop talk segment. Well over an hour and a half of non-stop talk. Take a break about 5 maybe or so, but it's completely non-stop the rest of the way. Other than that, and we're going to see if we can take some phone calls as well. So I hope you call the program. So coming up after 4:30, about 4:35, we get back on. It's going to be a part of our thing. As a matter of fact, I've decided on our 9-foot signal listeners will not hear Fox News. We're not going to do the local news at the top of the hour. We're just going to go straight on through 90 minutes of non-stop talk as we wrap up the semi-freestyle Gary Russen program. So that's coming up. So in about 5 minutes, we'll do a weather on the fives. Meanwhile, I'm going to. Why don't we do that? Meanwhile, why don't we do a scroll through social media? Sounds like a good idea, don't you think? I think so. Why don't we do that? Scroll through social media. Okay, why don't we do that? Let's do a scroll through social media right now. Yeah, you know it.
Let's scroll through social media.
That's usually what we do. It gives you a chance to be a part of the show, get in on it, and just to scroll through social media. It's a chance to I go through Facebook, Twitter, Google+, and I find stories to talk about on the air. So that's what that is, okay? And it's part of the show. So right now we're going to go into Facebook, and by the way, I forgot to do this last half hour, so I'm going to do it right now. I'm getting on Skype. So people who might want to call me on Skype, 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 can do that right now. Gary.Russen on Skype, okay? And you could be part of the show that way as well. Okay, let's see here. Okay, gotta do that. Let's see. Okay, then we're going to log into that, and we'll be wide open for Skype. So if you are listening and you want to call me on Skype, it's Gary.Russen. Okay? And you can be on the Skype thing, and it's always fun to do that. And you can call in on the radio and be on the air and all that stuff. And I'm going to change my status to online and do that right now. So let's do the scroll through social media. We got Ben Osman Osan on here right now. Had an interesting video on here. Oh my. It looked like oh my. Gee, what the heck? Wait a minute. Am I seeing this through the dog? A raccoon was attacking a man's dog. That's what it was. A raccoon attacking a man's dog, so we banished it to a shadow realm. Yeah. That's what it was. Okay, I thought maybe he abused a dog or something. That's what it looked like from the beginning there. I just go, what the heck is he doing? I'm looking at this video going, what the heck is he doing? But that's what it is. He threw down a raccoon that attacked his dog. So actually he was just defending his dog. That's what he was doing there. Great deal. Steelers James Harrison is fined $100,000 for Colin Kaepernick not standing for the national anthem. That doesn't make sense. What does that mean? Steelers James Harrison fined $100,000 for Colin Kaepernick not standing for the national anthem. Why is he getting fined for what Kaepernick did? That's stupid. Why would he be... Oh, come on. I got to read that later. Okay, we'll have that story later. I got to read that. That is something else. Okay, I'm going to do that. I got the celeb birthdays coming and the obits. That'll be after the 4:30 break. When I come back, we do our non-stop talk. Well over 90 minutes, a little less than about 90 minutes worth of non-stop talk, and we wrap up the Gary Russen program. I will read that story for you, and I will give you our that and more coming up right here on the Gary Russen program. Glad you could be with me today. GJRB online on Spreaker across America and around the world. Right now, though, what we're going to do is we're going to do another edition of Weather on the Fives. It's time for that again. Weather on the Fives. Okay, so let's do that. And the weather in the fives here on the Gary Russen program on GJRB Online. Let's take a look and see what's going on across America and around the world. First of all, let's take a look at some national temperatures starting in Junction City, Kansas. We're going to take a look at your local temperature and some national temperatures. Let's do that right now. Junction City, Kansas, first off. And see what your weather is. Looking at your radar, as soon as it loads up. Clear. Well, no, we got some rain coming through your area. I'm looking at the radar right now for Junction City, and there is a line of rain going up from, what's the town that near you? Galena? You have a Galena, too. Abilene. You got Abilene, Junction City, going up between Junction City and Manhattan, and Westmoreland and Clay Center. You've got some wet rain over your area. 78 degrees for you guys currently right now. Right now, thunderstorms are expected tonight early with a low of 59 degrees. You have a 40% chance. 80 degrees expected tomorrow. And tomorrow night, 56 degrees for you guys. 56 degrees for Junction City. All right, let's take a look and see what's going on in Uniontown, Pennsylvania. You guys are right now at 84 degrees. 84 degrees for Uniontown, Pennsylvania. Been there. Nice little town. Their radio station is right in the middle of the city. Really, really good. NBS. Great station. Anyway, got a line of storms coming in from Pittsburgh. 84 degrees is your current temperature right now. Your winds are at the east-northeast at 3 miles per hour. Relative humidity 44%. You're dew point 60, and you have a barometric pressure of 29.96 inches and falling for you guys. Okay? And 84 degrees is your temperature right now. 84 degrees right now in Uniontown, Pennsylvania. And as we look at weather on the fives, we'll have more weather on the fives coming up on the Gary Russen program on GJRB in just a moment. And also a lot more good stuff. So stay with me. The Gary Russen program right here on GJRB. Glad you could be with me today for great Internet Talk Radio. Be right back.